2024 is here, and there's no better way to bring in the new year than setting some goals for the future. So here are my 5 top programming goals for 2024. And if you're feeling inspired or you just want to share your goals as well, drop them down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you have planned for 2024. So starting off the list with my number 1 goal for this year is to learn TypeScript. Now I've wanted to learn TypeScript for a while now, but I just haven't had a chance because last year I was learning React. Now this year is my chance to actually learn TypeScript. And if you don't know what TypeScript is, it's a library addition to JavaScript that adds typings to JavaScript, and it makes it a lot easier to write the code, read the code, and it makes it a lot easier to debug the code, and it has a lot of different features that allow you to more easily write code without having to worry so much about bugs. And it fixes a lot of issues with JavaScript as well, but it's not actually JavaScript. It actually compiles down into JavaScript, and whenever it does compile, it will find any errors in your code and it'll stop compiling, and it'll inform you of these errors so that way you can fix them before you even run the code. At least from my understanding, I don't really know, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but this is what I want to do, my number 1 goal for 2024. Now the next goal that I want to achieve in 2024 is going to be getting better with SQL. Now I already have a good understanding of basic SQL, but I don't know how to make huge complex queries, and I'd love to learn how you can make much more complex queries rather than the basic queries that I just know right now. So this is my second goal for 2024, and it should hopefully be a little bit of an easier one than the first one, but it's still something that I want to achieve, and it's something that I am planning for this year. Now my third goal for 2024 is to learn jQuery. Now jQuery is actually a very old library for JavaScript, and it's one of those things that I've played around with a little bit, but I've never actually delved too deep into it. So I'd like to dive really deep into jQuery, learn exactly how it works, and I know that jQuery makes programming a lot easier. It makes things like selecting DOM elements and basic JavaScript actions just a little bit easier than the standard way you normally would in JavaScript. So I'd like to learn jQuery and understand the syntax and how it works. Now my fourth goal for 2024 is actually to learn Next.js. And what Next.js is actually a backend library for Node.js. And I haven't really talked too much about the backend yet here on my channel, but here in the future, here very shortly, I actually am going to start talking about Node.js and Express and all the other things that we can use on the back end. But Next.js is, from what I've heard at least, pairs very well with React. So I'd like to learn how to use that and how I can utilize it with both regular JavaScript and with React. And finally, my fifth and final goal for 2024 is actually to learn Tailwind CSS. And Tailwind CSS is like a framework for CSS. It makes writing CSS a lot easier and a lot cleaner. So this is my final goal for 2024. Hopefully I can squeeze it in towards the end of the year because I would really like to learn Tailwind and everything it has to offer. So before I let you go, I just want to add a small disclaimer here at the end because everything that I said here is just a goal for me to achieve, and I continue to achieve these goals all year long, and I don't want you to think that everything I said here is factual. I've done as much research as I can for this video, but I don't really know exactly what I'm talking about with any of these things just yet until I specifically learn them. So take everything that I've said today with a grain of salt and not as factual, rather than just why I specifically want to learn these things. So I just wanted to add that in there so people don't get confused thinking some of this stuff is factual, because it may be factual, it may not be factual. I really don't know, to be completely honest. I'm just putting out there my goals and what I want to achieve for this year. And if you have any specific goals for 2024, whether it be programming or non-programming, it really doesn't matter. You can set any kind of goals that you want. If you want to, you can go ahead and drop them down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you have planned for 2024. Otherwise, I'll let you go and I will see you in the next one.